I hope that time will come soon, where I'm not that Ebola nurse, I'm just myself. I've just got to be myself again.
After all she's been through, the calm waters of Loch Lomond are bliss for Pauline Cafferkey. They are a world away from the hell of the Ebola zone in Sierra Leone, where she volunteered to work as a nurse 18 months ago.
Emotionally, it was tough to see death so blatant, see families die in beds next to each other as well. It's a horrible virus. It's probably the worst ones that you could catch.
To this day, she doesn't know how she caught it herself. On her return to Glasgow, within hours, she had a mounting fever and chills, and, to her horror, a diagnosis of Ebola.
A really scary moment.
I just had to try and keep it together. So I was just thinking I could die a horrible death within the next few days. The clinical lead down in the Royal Free, so he came to me in the tent and he told me, we're going to put you out as critical now. Being a nurse, if you hear the word critical, that means death is imminent.
In her darkest hour, she couldn't even bear to have her family near her.
But I just didn't want them to see me like that.
Why not?
Because I was suffering. And you wouldn't want to see your child or your sister going through that.
Incredibly, after a range of experimental treatments, she recovered. But 9 months later, remnants of the virus hidden in her spinal fluid sparked meningitis, and astonishingly, the Ebola was back.
I mean, it was tough the first time, but second time round it was horrendous. There was so much wrong with my body, I wouldn't know where to start. Like, one side of my face was drooped. I had hearing loss and just having the worst headache of my life. Apparently I said to one of the doctors at one point, just drill a hole in my head. I was just a mess, a real mess, physically and emotionally, a wreck.
How did you cope with it?
My friends and family have been massively supportive. And even down to the people who sent me cards and letters. I couldn't believe strangers would actually feel the need to write to me. I'm nothing special, I'm just a nurse doing a job who got unlucky and caught a virus.
That doctors brought Pauline back from the brink a second time was nothing short of a miracle. She is, of course, deeply grateful and knows she got the specialist treatment her own Ebola patients could only have dreamed of. The painful legacy of the meningitis will be with Pauline for some time yet. But remarkably, 18 months after the trip to Sierra Leone, which changed her life, she has no regrets about putting herself on the front line of Ebola.
I'll never regret going out there. Never. It was a privilege to be out there. I think most of us think the same, to be part of it.